Okay, let's talk about something you've probably felt, but maybe couldn't quite put your finger on. It's this idea that some people only seem to love you when when you're easy.
I mean, think about it. Have you ever noticed that someone just adored you when you were super chill, totally low maintenance, and just agreeable? But then, the moment you actually had a need, the moment you were tired or upset or a little anxious, suddenly something just shifted, right?
Yeah. And all of a sudden, you weren't amazing anymore. Nope, you were difficult. Sound familiar?
And here's the hard truth we're digging into. Some people only love you when you're easy. They don't love you when you're human.
So let's get into what I call the easy love trap. We're going to figure out what drama-free really means.
You hear it all the time, right? What they say is, I just want something drama-free. But what they often really mean is, I want a relationship that doesn't inconvenience me.
So what does being easy actually mean to them?
Well, it means you don't challenge them. You don't express too many emotions. You definitely don't ask for reassurance or question their behavior. And most of all, you don't disrupt their comfort. Let's just boil it right down. In other words, you don't require them to grow, period. Now compare that to what healthy love actually is. There's a concept from psychologist Carl Rogers called unconditional positive regard. It's basically the idea that healthy love accepts the full person, not just the easy, polished parts. Easy love is the complete opposite. It's the unspoken agreement that says, I love you, as long as you're convenient. It's a pattern people learn and then just keep repeating without even realizing it. Okay, so this always leads to a specific moment. Let's talk about the turning point. That moment you stop being easy.
It almost always starts when you do something perfectly, totally normal. You just express a feeling.
It can be something as simple as saying, hey, that hurt my feelings. It's not a fight, it's not an accusation, it's just you being real. And for them, that's where the problem begins. And the reaction is so predictable, isn't it? All of a sudden, they get defensive, or they say you're overreacting. They might even accuse you of starting drama. And a really common one, they just withdraw, the silent treatment. Now, this is maybe the most important part to get. The relationship didn't change when you spoke up, it was simply revealed. The truth was always there. You just finally saw the terms and conditions. So how can you spot this whole thing sooner? Let's talk about the red flags of conditional love. 4 signs they might love your convenience, not actually you. Okay, sign number 1. They praise you for being detached. They say stuff like, you're so chill, I love that you don't need much. It sounds like a compliment, but what are they really saying? Well, here's the translation. I love that I don't have to show up much. It's not about how great you are, it's about how little effort they have to put in. A few others to watch for. Sign number 2, they pull away the second you express a need. Number 3, any kind of conflict immediately becomes your fault. And sign number 4, this one is huge. You realize you feel safest when you're just silent. And I really want you to let that sink in. If peace only exists when you have to suppress yourself, that's not peace, that's self-erasure. So what do we do about all this? It comes down to choosing what's real over what's easy. It's about learning how to stop shrinking and start filtering. And this is the fundamental shift. The old question we tend to ask is, how can I be less needy? But the new, much more powerful question is, wait a second, can this person handle emotional intimacy? Because that's the bottom line, isn't it? The right person won't require you to be smaller. They'll require you to be honest. So let's end on this. You deserve someone who can handle the full director's cut. Not the trailer, not the easy-to-watch version. They want the whole thing. The messy, complicated, beautiful, full story. And anything less is just not worth your time.